Hi, so this is a video response about musical interest. I love music, it's one of my favorite things besides reading. And to really sum up why I like any of these, for one, I'm big on lyrics. I'm a writer myself, so that may be why I'm kind of attracted to that. I love lyrics that really can tell a story or give you some kind of emotion. What else could I say about that? That maybe just kind of sums it up on that part. I just love, an artist that puts their all into it, like their heart and soul and whatever else you want to call it, into a song. I listen to fun songs and everything, and I like ones that can be catchy and everything and have catchy lyrics too, but I really like ones that are, that people can relate to, that are based on everyday real life things. The ones that you can really look at and, you can go, I kind of feel or understand how that person feels or understand what they're talking about. I really don't like music that just, how do I put it? I can't listen to music just for a beat or dancing to or whatever. It's just useless to me. To me, music is supposed to tell a story, even without lyrics, really, or it's supposed to give you that imagery, make you imagine things or feel certain things. I like people who experiment with different sounds, people who aren't afraid to go out of their genre. So yeah, I will get on to my list now, because I pretty much summed up for the most part why I like all of them. They kind of push boundaries, but lyric with sounds and all that. So here is my list. My favorite music artist is Dido, and she has been since I've probably been about 11, I think. When her first CD, No Angel, came out, and I can't remember if I heard it on Roswell or with Eminem, but that goes into that whole other thing. And I like Eminem too, even though I don't care for much rap. The fact that him and Dido did a song together is part of the reason I like them both, besides being my favorite singer and so far my favorite rapper, that they can, collaborate with artists that are way out of their genre. And that he took from her song, which was a love song, and made something really dark about it, dark with it. And she has some, kind of darker lyrics herself, and I like the electronic sounds that she does a lot of times, plus the actual real instruments that she uses. What else could I say? But yeah, she's pretty much good with pop, I think a little bit jazzy and electronica, so Dido herself covers maybe at least 3 or 4 genres if you really want to get down to it. And her lyrics are very poetic, and, well, Eminem can be very deep for a rapper. So those are those two. Let's see, there's Dido, Eminem. Tori Amos is another one. Her lyrics are very honest. They can go from sweet to frightening. She writes a lot, I'd say, about religion, sexual abuse, just bad things that go go on in the world. Sorry. And she just really doesn't seem afraid to speak her mind. Let's see. There's Eminem, Dido, Tori Amos, Imogen Heap. Another person who writes some very unique lyrics and really experiments with sounds. Unique voice too. Bjork, or Bjork, however you want to say it. Very, very strange, but in a good way, if you like really artistic things. And she's kind of, I don't know if you want to say an extremely odd sometimes, like version of Tori Amos, but that's the route I'd go. Garbage. Your basic rock band, but pretty awesome lyrics. I love their more softer things like Milk or Bleed Like Me. That was not, like super soft, but it's got some parts to it, but it's really more popish maybe? I don't know. But anyways, so Milk by Garbage, and Bleed Like Me. Also Medicine, it was a good one by them. Lacuna Coil. I think I heard Lacuna Coil on a collection of metal like bands when I was about 17, and they're one of the, I've always kind of listened to different music, as I was getting older, but I think they're one of the very first actual metal bands, if you want to call them that I was getting into. I haven't heard super lot for them, but I do like Korn. I like Within Temptation. I wouldn't say they're like Lacuna Coil, really. They're like Nightwish, and I'll get to Nightwish in a second. They're like Nightwish with the second singer. But her voice is slightly different, the singer, and Within Temptation, it's basically symphonic metal. Next comes Nightwish. Nightwish, I think I found maybe in 2003 or 4, I can't remember exactly. But they were still with Tarja when I was first listening to them. But the first actual CD I bought from them was Dark Passion Play, which was with their second singer, Annette. Annette's leaving too, I guess, or she already has. I don't know who the new one's supposed to be, but it seems no matter what singer they have so far, they've only had 2, the music is just amazing. It's beautiful, it's poetic, some of the songs pretty much are a story in a way. And what else was I gonna say? I think you can listen to it even if you're not a metal fan. They kind of mix like that classical sound, because like I said, it's symphonic metal. Storytelling. And of course, the heavy sound with them being metal. So I think, there's probably a song that almost anybody can find from Nightwish that they like. I've recently got into Christina Perri. She did a song on Breaking Dawn or something like that. I think it's called 1,000 Years, but even for that, it's a pretty song. But before that, I heard her song Jar of Hearts. And it is basically your song that could play on the radio, but you would have to listen to it, but it's very good. The lyrics are deep. It's basically about, a broken relationship, or, telling a person, that they can't control your life anymore. And just the way she sings it, the words are kind of simple, but you really would just have to listen to it. It's very good for something that would probably be considered pop. It's kind of sad and dark. I do like Katy Perry. I think her music is fun. I don't see people's problem with her. She may not be the best singer in the world, but I do like unique voices. Like I said, her songs are pretty fun, but some can, be a little bit more serious. Especially songs like Pearl. I don't know if it's true, but people say she based it off of Rihanna, because how she was beat up by Chris Brown or whatever. But that one's got a beat to it and everything, but it's still very good, sad. So I don't think Katy Perry is as bad as people claim. I mean, for pop, she's pretty good. Next would come Lady Gaga. And I understand what people are saying about the whole people fixing up their voices and everything. But I've actually watched, like on TV or YouTube and stuff, her doing acoustic and live performances. And yeah, you can say whatever you can about her actual CDs she does. But her actual singing voice is really good. And I think you can actually find videos of her before she was Lady Gaga. I believe her name is Stephanie Germanotta. And I think you can actually look that up on YouTube. She's pretty good at the piano and has a really good voice, but the type of music her voice would go with, it probably wouldn't sell, and that's the sad thing about her. Because she seems like an individual, but I actually like her voice and her music. What else? Curly, or Curly, I think that's how you say it. She's an Estonian singer. Estonia, I believe, was when she was younger, a part of the Soviet Union. And she was inspired by Bjork and other things, so Curly was actually out before Lady Gaga, and they're kind of compared to each other, but I think Curly is actually a little bit better. Curly is probably the goth version of Lady Gaga, if you want to put a label on it. Again, her lyrics can be fun, but they are darker and are kind of, it's more like a spooky kind of fun in some of her videos. Like in her Walking on Air video, she kind of dressed up cute, but then you got like these dolls and stuff that are like both cute and creepy. But she does write about actual serious things, even though it kind of has a pop feeling to it. It's kind of like a cross between, I don't know. They actually nicknamed her Bubble Goth because of it, because she mixes, purposely a lot of times, mixes dark and light. So I highly recommend Curly if you like, that kind of cutesy goth thing, and Lady Gaga. I like Stained. Great lyrics, especially Zoe Jane. Love his voice. I don't listen to a whole lot of male singers, but for some reason I do. Just love the way his voice sounds. Blue October. They're kind of like, maybe like singing in a certain way. Slightly different in voice, but Into the Ocean has a good melody to it. Hate Me is one of those very personal songs, like, I believe it's dealing with his alcoholism, so that's another band that kind of has, it's rock, but still kind of like their own style. What else can I put on this list? I just it has so much music. Gem. Gem, for a long time people thought she was Dido in a way. When she first came out, people kind of confused them. Their voices are slightly similar. I think she's a little bit more, I don't want to say rock based, but there's a little bit more of her songs that kind of have that heavier sound to it, but they kind of have similar voices and somewhat similar styles. And I like Jessie J. I believe she's British too, but she's more kind of like R&B. But yeah, kind of like that pop R&B sound. I don't remember where I found her at or when, but she's probably one of the few mainstream people that I would really listen to, especially out of that genre, because she really does have good lyrics, good voice. I believe her song's called Nobody's Perfect, and it's a pretty cool video. What else? I'm almost drawing a blank here. I have like this whole list of Alanis Morissette. Actually, I think I read that she's one of the top rock musicians ever, which is pretty cool. My favorite song by her is Uninvited, and if you ever seen City of Angels, I think it like plays at the very last of the movie, but she wrote it for that, and it's just, I love that song. I love the lyrics, the way she sings it. It's so kind of passionate and dark and like a love song, but not sappy or anything. It's just, the music and everything is just altogether beautiful. But she does some really good angry songs. Paula Cole, I don't think I've listened to her for a little while, but she did I Don't Want to Wait for Dawson's Creek, but whatever. She still has a lot of other good songs. This Fire was just an amazing CD altogether. Florence and the Machine. Great voice. Really powerful booming sounds in the music. Love the lyrics, especially on Ceremonials. She also did a song called Heavy in Your Arms, which really had great lyrics, and I love how she sang it and how her voice gets powerful at certain times and, just regular when it needs to be. But yeah, she did Heavy in Your Arms for, I believe, the Eclipse soundtrack. Coming to another one who did on a Twilight movie. Actually, I think it was New Moon, is Lykke Li, and she's a Swedish singer. She can be very poetic. Kind of soft in some ways, but just a very unique sound. Duffy is more jazz. I would compare her almost to Amy Winehouse in a way, but I kind of think her voice is better. But she has kind of like, I don't want to say kid-like voice, but no, maybe she does. But if you kind of liked Amy Winehouse, but want something that's not so harsh, a little bit more sweet, I would recommend Duffy. I wasn't completely crazy about her, but yes, I did like Amy Winehouse. I think she had the potential to make good music. It's just, I think she spent too much time criticizing other people. I like Linkin Park. I've liked them since they've came out. I think they mix like I guess they call it punk or whatever, but I don't know. It's kind of like rapping in a way. It really is if you think about it, but they kind of mix that with just singing and the music itself. So, and they can do different types of music. I mean, they did cover Adele's "Rolling in the Deep," and they done songs that are more on the softer side. And I almost forgot Adele. I love Adele. She's probably up there in the top 5 with Tori and Dido and Florence. I loved 21. I don't get why people keep saying that 19 was better. 21 just had so much, truthfulness to it, sadness, poeticness, anger. 19 was great, but I think 21 had a lot more emotion to it. Who else? Who else could be on my list? I just listened to so much freaking music, I am like drawing a blank here. Go down on my list here. Enya, how can I have forgotten that? I usually listen to people who write their own stuff. I believe she composes her own music, but somebody else writes the lyrics. But most of the time, I love her instrumentals. She's from Ireland, so you can imagine what kind of music that is. It's like that old Celtic kind of sound. Kate Nash. She's British or something like that. I can't remember if she is or Irish. But she can do music that's upbeat, sort of like Lily Allen in a way, or softer. Kind of like some Gem songs or Dido. But I think she's more kind of on the indie side. She don't have a specific type of genre. I do like Taylor Swift. I'm not crazy about her or, super into country music, but I think she's got some cute, inoffensive lyrics that you can just listen to, and not have to be disgusted by. I will admit this. I do like Kesha. She's got a cool name. And there are people that are way worse than her.